Have you heard people calling themselves an empath lately? Is that really a legit thing? Or is that some kind of buzzword people use as an excuse for finding themselves in the middle of someone else's drama? If it really is a legit thing, how do you know if you actually might fit in that group? And also, if you do find yourself fitting in that group, what does that say about your worth? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have 4 indicators of what is now formally called highly sensitive people. So these indicators spell the word DOES, D-O-E-S. So the first indicator, which is the letter D, stands for deep processing, which means when you look at anything that is new to you, you are immediately looking for patterns, similarities, and meaning on all different levels of whatever you are taking in. Indicator number 2 is O for overwhelmed. So if you are a deep thinker, whatever you're taking in, you connect it on all the levels that you can. You're looking for all the patterns. Where are the connections? You're thinking very hard about whatever you take in. Then it makes sense that once whatever you're taking in becomes more intense, more chaotic, or comes at you even faster, you're more likely than others to become flooded or saturated with information quicker because you're thinking so hard about whatever it is. And someone else who is not working that hard probably will not be overwhelmed as fast as you. Indicator number 3 is E for empathy. So you are more likely, just by reading some social cues and knowing a little bit about the situation, to be able to put yourself in that person's shoes emotionally and know exactly how they are feeling and be pretty accurate. This is a great gift, but then also it can lead you to some confusion as to who is responsible for what. So you might try to get them out of a hole that they might be better off trying to get out themselves. Or you might be better off letting them do that. Indicator number 4 is S for subtleties. So HSPs are more able to notice subtle differences, such as a slight raise in volume or a slight change in shape or a slight change in the shade of a color. So the result of these 4 indicators in a social realm is that you are often misunderstood. Your preference to hang back in a new situation in order to make all those connections and understand exactly what's going on before you enter the picture is often misconstrued as shyness or fearfulness, and sometimes even less than average intelligence. If you identify with these indicators and feel misunderstood as a result, know that you are not alone. You are not an enigma, and there is nothing wrong with your brain. In fact, you have a great gift of depth and insight that you can offer the world. However, the first step of helping others is to help ourselves. So for us HSPs, the payoff for having a deep insight that we can share with the world is that our nervous systems need a lot of tender love and care. So a great place to start would be reserving a lot of open-ended time for you to be by yourself, reflect, and find the meaning from what you have experienced in the world. So to wrap up, these indicators are counter to our Western culture, where time is money and productivity is everything. Being surrounded by this mind frame can make an HSP feel alone and damaged. Bottom line, there is no changing how HSPs are physically put together. And there's a treasure lying within each one of us just waiting to be revealed. All that needs to be done to leverage this treasure is learn how to work with rather than against the nervous system we have been given. However, the HSP nervous system is physically set at a more intense volume, possibly to physically demand that we take time and space away from the center of things so that we can make connections that non-HSPs might not be privy to. Stay tuned for next time on the superpowers of HSP, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.